If he were to cover him that way, not enough. Now partial surfboard applied, the knee planted in the back, pulling back on the neck.
Well, you know, you gotta wonder a little bit about the planning that was done in this particular match. Drew Adler been in the bulk of this match as it's turned out. Freshman on the outside is the inexperienced man on the outside.
Farman's carry now and drops him down.
And right there, Adler has an opportunity. There's a moment, but he's on the wrong side of the ring, and he's got Michael Stevens, but Stevens rolls away from him. I'm not sure that was a good move right there because that freed him up, and Adler's able to make the tag. Andrews in also. Big clothesline.
Chris Jacobs caught him with a back elbow. Jacobs a house of fire, standing drop kick, and Anthony Andrews goes down. Here comes Marv. Right into the boot of Drew Adler. We know that boot is very devastating.
And Marv on the outside, and Adler set up. Look, he's going to slingshot over. Here he comes. No, out of the way is Marv. Ow, down goes Adler right there. Wait a minute, a fan at ringside.
Wait just a minute. A masked fan?
And looks like right now in the middle of the ring. Wait a minute.
We got a small package, a cradle.
He's got to roll through. There's one, there's two. And that fan is holding on to Marvelous Michael Stevens. He couldn't get into the ring.
Now, we tell the fans not to get involved in the matches, but this fan grabbing the wrestler.
All right, well, security is already making their way toward the fan at this point.
Yeah, you can't get that physically involved. And the winners of the match, thanks to the fan, really. Drew Adler and Officer Chris Jacobs are the winners. And he says he took his back. That's the same fan we saw before.
It is.
He came in the ring before, remember? They made him take the mask off. He looked over with the mask on.
Well, no matter what, referee's not reversing the decision. What he doesn't see doesn't matter. May not have been pretty, but Officer Chris Jacobs able to roll through, hang on.
Who was that
Anthony Andrews. I don't know, but it's the second time we've seen him, and the second time he's been escorted out of the building. He's not really getting his money's worth, is he?
No, you don't get a refund when you get kicked out. The winners here on Rampage Pro Wrestling, Drew Adler and Officer Chris Jacobs. Like it or not, they're the winners. More action coming up. Rampage Pro Wrestling. Absolutely.
Then we're back here on the 15th and the 29th of January. So fans, make your plans. If you ever get lost on it, RampageProWrestling.net for all of your news on Rampage Pro Wrestling, or go visit us on Facebook.
And coming soon, Rampage Radio is coming up.
Rampage Radio, it's sort of a secret here in the area. Found out there is a radio program. We're negotiating with them for a Saturday time period a little later in the day, a half hour, and understand Sal Renaro is going to host this brand new radio show that'll bring you all of the Rampage Wrestling news on a weekly basis just before you head over to watch the television tapings.
And speaking of Sal Renaro, after that big War Games at Oktoberfest, a lot of people looking at Sal Renaro.
Cover here, this could be it.
Wondering what's going on, and certainly we have a new member of Jimmy Rave approved in Patrick Bentley.
Very much an impressive member is Patrick Bentley. Hate to see that happen, but it's happened now repeatedly. You almost have to wonder every time we get a great young athlete into Rampage Pro Wrestling, they seem to be leaning toward that Jimmy Rave approved team. I don't know what it is about the evil genius that is Jimmy Rave, that he's a magnet for these exceptional professional wrestlers.
And right now with the rear chin lock applied, it is the Adorable One. Don't know why they dubbed him Adorable. Maybe he dubbed himself that. Kickoff there by Drew Adler, and swing with a leg and miss. Throws a punch, ducks out of the way, side suplex there, caught him hard.
A little bit of a dance there between the two of them. You saw that Drew Adler had a plan, he hesitated. Then Andrews had a plan, he hesitated. Finally, Andrews able to grab that suplex and able to take over here on Drew Adler. Now, of course, saving the headband, that is very important.
Absolutely. Apparently, it keeps him thinking straight. Sets him up for a neck breaker here and caught him hard.
Something has to hold the hairpiece on.
Yes, indeed. And we're waiting for the Ninja to make his first appearance in the match. Drew Adler simply being worn out.
This is a slightly more animated Ninja than we've had in the past.
Yes, it is. I wonder if he's drinking some Red Bull or something like that.
Little energy.
And there, with that knee planted in the center of the back for control, certainly no one would know Drew Adler better than this man.
Well, it's sort of a shame these two, if not a great shame, these two broke up as a tag team just when they were really starting to come into their own as a tag team competitors together here at Rampage Pro Wrestling in a tag team circuit that's really picking up as we've seen. Recent match, three-way tag, Rampage rules. Usual Suspects able to retain, but we saw what happened at Oktoberfest after the match when Murder One put through a table by Bobby Moore.
Absolutely. Two teams gunning for the NWA RPW tag team title. And you know the Usual Suspects never back down from a challenge, and they're not going to back down from this one. And so they'll defend against both teams if they have to. Rolls him up, lateral press, only a 2 count. And notice going for that boot tag. We see that quite a lot here at Rampage Pro Wrestling. It is allowed.
Well, it's a discretion, honestly, of the referee. I'm not a fan of that myself, and were I the referee in the match, I probably wouldn't allow it, but the referee discretion comes into play there. What each is going to decide is a legal tag.
I think we should ask Doc Dayton about letting you referee a match sometime.
At this point and at my age, it would be, I would like the ring announcing to be, ladies and gentlemen, introducing and your winner.
Yes. Tag is made, then comes Anthony Andrews. They're really working over this Drew Adler, double teaming the man, tagging in and out quite frequently. Running those shoulders into the midsection, doubling over, take the air right out of it.
Want to direct fans, by the way, GeorgiaWrestlingHistory.com, a tremendous website, recently announced the most recent Hall of Fame inductees, and we're pleased that Ted Allen, the Nightmare Ted Allen, had a tremendous class of athletes for that.
Of course, he's a great friend of both of ours, and really, he was a friend to everyone who knew him. He was always there, very supportive of anyone in the wrestling business.
Very much a deserved honor by Ted Allen, and I know appreciated by his family, and also, we could almost say, almost like an adopted son, Kyle Matthews.
Caught him with a suplex. Great maneuvering there, a desperation move by Drew Adler, and now...
You notice he just hung on, and his momentum took him over. I think that was more momentum than strength right there, and you're seeing the results of that. Not a lot of energy, but he managed. The Ninja is finally into the match. First time we've seen him, and getting one. Marvelous Michael Stevens, another one. Ninja going wild with the thrusts here.
And that's why he's a ninja. He knows those chops and thrusts. Hard chop to the head. Caught him with a boot and a
step up enziguri, beautifully executed by the Ninja. Impressive skills here shown by the Ninja, but no, caught off guard there. And now Marvelous Michael Stevens going for the mask, trying to unmask this guy, but no, there's Drew Adler with the knee and hooking him, rolling through, grabbing a hold of that leg. We got 3.
Package, he got him. And the Ninja, as he went for that mask, saved by Drew Adler, and then a small package, the winning team here on Rampage Rewind. The Masked Ninja and Drew Adler.
And the winners of the match, the Ninja and Drew Adler.
And you're watching Rampage Rewind. Don't go away.